Week 2 of the college football season has us in Winston-Salem, the home of the Demon Deacons, where Wake Forest looks for its second win of the young season on a hot and humid afternoon. On the menu, the Catamounts of Western Carolina out of the Southern Conference of FCS. WCU is ranked 25th in the nation in FCS. They are good and a threat here this afternoon. Christian Lowry's kick taken on a hop, and here comes Barnes. Across the 20, finds a hole, stumbles across the 30, if not for his own fall there. That could have been a huge play to start the ball game. And his peripatetic path around college football has him here at Wake Forest. There is Barnes, dropped immediately for a loss on the play by Bo Simpson-Neely, the free safety from Altamont Springs, Florida. Ashford with plenty of time, surveys the field, extends the play, keeps it alive. Now he's going to run for the first down marker and get there. Out across the 43-yard line.
Great coverage all across the back. Ashford surveying, nothing there. I love this right here. Comes back the other way, sees the space, and then gets upfield immediately. Plays physical.
And with the forecast, we are not surprised to hear that there has been lightning sighted 8 miles away, and so that is why both sides are heading back into the locker room just 3 minutes into the football game. So we are in a lightning delay here in Winston-Salem. After more than 2 hours in a weather delay, we welcome you back and give you a taste of what you missed here at a Legacy Stadium. After just a handful of plays, the skies would open up, lightning around, and then the fun would start.
The fun, literally it was. You could see all the kids having a good time. Some adults not forgetting about the beverages they wanted to enjoy. But this right here, the young ones making their way up and down the hill, I like that. But stay off the field, young guys. Stay off this Catamounts defense. You see Kerwin Bell right there. I thought this Catamounts defense started this game really well. Couple of plays made in the backfield, so creating negative plays really helped them force this Wake offense behind the chains on first downs.
James Tyre is leveled, the return man. No flags down. Ball comes to a rest at about the 12-yard line, covered by the Demon Deacons. And so now the Western Carolina offense, buckle up, they go fast. Claiborne, the running back, is split wide to the right. Ashford gonna run for it, huge hole, and he's gonna go all the way. Untouched to the house. A 41-yard touchdown has Wake Forest on the board. A lot of attention and eyeballs his way, and the doors just opened up for Ashford.
Well, that you mentioned Claiborne out to the right, then they bring Barnes across the formation number 10 in motion, so that freezes everybody. You get a nice block up.
As a freshman in the SEC, but that itch to play football continued, so he transferred to Old Dominion the last 3 years playing football for the Monarchs, and here he is with the return for the Catamounts, and he is drilled at the 13-yard line. In coverage, Frank Cassano, the excellent linebacker, making a big play on special team. So Western Carolina takes over at its own 12-yard line. Judy rolls right, fires, finds a man open. It's Painter Richards Baker. 2nd down and 4. Judy hands it off, and right there is Dallas Afalava. He has been a menace.
Just beats Evan Carney to the outside and blows this play up. That's well done.
They're glad to have number 1 back out there after missing most of week 1 with a rib cage injury. A bullet to Barnes, makes a man miss out across midfield, and finally tracked down at about the 47-yard line by Cameron Dabney.
Yeah, if Dabney doesn't get a piece of that jersey, the track meet is on.
1st down and 10. Ashford gives, Claiborne bounces it outside. He's got room to run down the sideline, and they won't catch him. Wow! The electric running of Desmond Claiborne. It's a 33-yard touchdown run. Saw a taste of that right there down the sideline.
Look at the vision to bounce it to the outside and then up number 7 at the top of the screen. Micah Mays Jr. That is a big time block by a wide receiver. Coaches always say if you want to be great in the running game, you have to have wide receivers that are willing to block.
Two-point conversion. Two-point conversion fails. At the same time, this Western Carolina offense can be explosive. Under duress, though, he's intercepted. The big takeaway by Zamari Stevenson. It is all Wake Forest here.
Lean on that toughness and just take the sack there. Don't throw it into no man's land.
Ashford gives to Claiborne. He's got a huge hole. Inside the 10. It's touchdown number 2 on the day for number 1 in black. A 27-yard sprint to make it 19-0 Wake Forest.
Job and George Stye as well. The left guard in the center come around on that outside. Desmond Claiborne just followed.
Pro. Season playing in the NFL for years. Judy in duress again. He goes down at the 5-yard line, and once again, this time it's Jaden Loving, the redshirt senior from Hamilton, Alabama. 5 on the touchdown run by Claiborne. They give it back to him running right, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Way to string that out by Hayward McQueen.
Actually setting the edge. They're trying to do it there. Doesn't quite get short up, but between Dukes and a fair catch and back us up like that.
Kamari Reed in for the first time, the running back, and he has nowhere to go. Hit it about the 1-yard line. That's where they will mark his forward progress. But a tremendous job by Zach Loavichin.
Yeah, the big guy Loavichin so far in this game.
And again, he was 5 years ago a top 200 national recruit. And he just threw an interception into the arms of Cameron Dabney.
Temperature dropped a little bit, not quite as deep in terms of the humidity. Might be helpful for some of these guys.
Kamari Reed drilled at the 40-yard line, a form tackle by the tackling machine Nick Anderson. Been around Deektown for what seems like forever. Setting up the screen. Kamari Reed makes a man miss, and it's another first down for Western Carolina. Anderson help for Western Carolina. A 23-yard field goal, and he is down, holding his leg after getting his Western Carolina University Catamounts on the board for the first time. Doug Sherman back in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The offense for Wake Forest back onto the field, looking to add to its 21-3 lead, and Barnes is off to the races. Inside the 30-yard line, will they catch him? Finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Hassan Sykes with the touchdown-saving tackle. And this big play.
Yeah, you called it. Any Fallard. Look at him right there. He gets a piece of 2 guys, and then it becomes a foot race for Barnes. Great job by Hassan Sykes, number 12, coming from the backside, understanding the pursuit drill. He immediately runs to the pylon from the other side of the field, and he's the one that's...
It's a 58-yard strike. They marked him out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Claiborne trying to make a man miss, and how about the ability to hang on for dear life by number 24, Xavion Wells.
That's a great...
Is electric. Already has a couple of touchdowns here today. Throwing the football this time, and once again he cannot elude the grasp of a defender. This time it's the defensive tackle Jaleel Anderson with a tackle. Clemens emptied the backfield. Ashford can't cover it. Ball still free, and it looks like the Catamounts have it. Indeed they do. Justin Wallace from the defensive end. So now 4th down and 11. Western Carolina going to go for it. Bodie Burns on the field. One of the backup tight ends, number 19. Judy throws into traffic. It looks like it's caught, but will they give him the first down? They will not. Marcus Striggles got just about to the line to gain, but Nick Anderson made sure he did not get all the way to the 15-yard line. Points on that final drive of the half. And so now Ty Clark And the quarterback, Robbie Ashford, content to just run out the rest of this first half. Kenyon Partridge, the tackle for Western.
Yeah, I think Coach Dickert is going to be content to get into the half here.
Well, outside of the interception, I think Robbie Ashford has performed well. He has done what they've asked him to do. And I get the sense that Desmond Claiborne, again, his presence, not only what he provides, but what he allows for his teammates to do in their roles. The center is Devin Kalani. Makes a good snap to Ashburn, fakes the handoff on the crossing route. He's got a man out across the 10-yard line. Ashford hands. What a cut to find the opening, and away he goes. Desmond Claiborne, untouched, to the house. 85-yard touchdown, his third of the ball game.
This is explosive. Now, what they do here, they catch Caleb Fisher coming up there in a blitz. He gets washed down to the right side. Claiborne cuts off of that double team block, and there's nobody on the backside. Look at it right here. See, everything gets washed down to the right. Claiborne gets right up the middle, right behind it, and then it's a foot race. I like Hayward McQueen Jr. a lot, but he's not catching Claiborne from behind.
Bennett Judy fakes the handoff, rolls right, throws down the hash. Caught by Malik Knight, who is leveled by Devon Patterson.
Situation with the high snap, the center there. But by and large, they've done an excellent job. You look at some of the numbers as Claiborne finds a way to pop out of the backside again.
On second down, Judy almost immediately wrapped up and taken down by Langston Hardy.
Rushing the football, 19.3 yards per carry.
Ashburn, the spectacular catch by Barnes on cue. Ezel spent the last 4 years at South Alabama, was the offensive coordinator a year ago. Ashford putting it up deep again into single coverage. He's got a man, Sterling Burkhalter, and he holds onto the football. Touchdown, Wake Forest, covering 51 yards.
He had a couple of opportunities in the first half, didn't quite get him to come to fruition. This time, Burkhalter goes up and
nowhere to run. Ball got taken away by Wake, and they say they've got the football. Quincy Bryant, shirt senior quarterback, hands it off. Clark was hit almost immediately. Coming in off the edge was Darian Anderson.
No matter what, off the left side.
Bam.
And makes a nice hit in the back.
Bennett Judy started 18 of 32 passing. There's the first completion from Isaac Lee. Nice adjustment on the pass by Malik Knight to make the catch.
Isaac Lee.
And he has a lot of upside. 6'4", 228-pound sophomore from Baltimore. On third down, going to throw it again. Throws a tight spiral to a wide open receiver, Jeremiah Melvin, for another Deeks touchdown. Bennett Judy started the last 2 weeks, but it's been a struggle right from the start to move the football. They had one sustained drive, and that has been it. Lee keeps it himself, and there's a big gainer, finally tracked down from behind across midfield and brought down after a huge gain. Tacky Jr. with the tackle after 31 yards on the quarterback keeper.
That's a nice Mays, Burkhalter, Ashford. It's just dangerous.
Lee with a long throw to the other side, able to get his feet in after the catch. Dominic Dutton, the senior from Glen Allen, Virginia, on the receiving end of a first down.
Not a lot of blitzing throughout this game from this Wake Forest defense.
Straight up the gut. Lee signals for a touchdown, and now the officials do as well. A 1-yard touchdown run, the first time into the end zone for Western Carolina, and it's Markel Townsend.
Yeah, just right up the middle. They said, hey, we got to be able to move somebody. Getting those guys extra snaps are going to be beneficial as the season goes on.
Clark makes a man miss, then gets drilled at the 45-yard line.
games, and Dickert's done that.
And again, of John Mateer, Dickert told us in our production meeting yesterday, without hedging it, he is the best player in college football. Imagine that. And he's certainly paid like it. What they did going to Boulder week 1 to beat Colorado, I thought was very impressive. Maybe not the headline Florida State or Miami win, but in the ACC, that was a big win. Tech is very, very good. 4.5 minutes left in regulation there. Clemson leads Troy 27-16. They're another team to keep an eye on. A lot of talent for the Tigers. Well, Wake Forest now 2-0 as Jake Dickert wins football games.
That's it. It doesn't matter how pretty it is, as long as it's a notch in the W column. That's all Coach Dickert's worried about.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you. Run fast while you have the chance. Don't speak, let them look right at you.